Hi there. Hello. As you can see, I'm in my office. It's a little messy. But I wanted to do a video about how we track all of our donors, VIP people, and regular consigners, and 3-piece weekly or monthly drop-off versus appointment or 10-piece drop-off, because there's confusion with our customers, but then we want to make sure that we all are talking the same language. And I know not everybody's been in the shop all at the same time, so it's kind of tough to explain it, but we are promoting and pushing and encouraging our consigners to become a Daisy donor. So we sent out an email, we did all this lovely stuff. Ta-da, Daisy donor, created by Monica. It's just a way to explain that if a consigner becomes a donor or a VIP, you can call it whichever way you want. We've even had people walk in going, I want to be Daisy. So that's great. They're reading my emails. But when they become a VIP or they donate their items that do not get consigned or that don't sell, it saves us a ton of money, a ton of time. It is less aggravating. We don't have to backtrack all the time, and it just makes all of our lives easier. And so we wanted to give them perks and not necessarily reprimand or cause our consigners that just get their items back to feel like they're less than they're supposed to be, because we love all our consigners. Anyway, so to become a donor, they physically have to walk in the store, okay? They don't have to do it now. They can do it whenever they next are dropping off, but we do have a clipboard. They have to do the date, print their name, and sign it. And this piece up here is just a short, very brief explanation of what we're trying to do, which is you become a donor, which means the majority of your items, 99% if we can, are donated if when they get to us we decide that we cannot consign them. They have a stain, they're worn, they're not really something we consign, and we're going to donate that to the Assistance League. Or if they go through the 85 days of the process and they did not sell, they will get donated because they are left over. All right, so they have to physically come in and sign this. There is no rush. They just, next time they drop off and consign, we'll get them to sign this. The reason for that is too often someone has filled out our forms and sure, donate. They don't remember, and my paperwork trail, which I try to email and going, hey, can you clarify and tell me for sure? They don't do that. So this is our way of kind of covering our butts. All right. If you have not participated in Tuesday 3-piece drop-off, which is crazy, you should try one Tuesday to do it. It can be kind of nutty, especially the first Tuesday of the month. So we offer all of our consigners the occasional once a month drop off up to 3 pieces on, and we say Tuesday morning because it's the first day of our week, and we used to only be 12 people. When we hit 12 people, we cut it off. We now go up to about 25, then we try and cut it off. So they're kind of crazy, and they show up and they stand in line. But if you have never done it, I'm going to show you a couple of things that we do with that. We have a log, and the log goes with a clipboard, which goes with all the stuff that we hang up and tie together, okay? On that, we use, if somebody comes in, we get a receipt and we attach it to the items that they bring. It used to just be a white piece of paper, and we would write down donor, or we would write down regular returns. Now there are 2. One is for people who are regular, walk in, I want all my stuff returned to me. Great. These are for people who say, I'm going to be a donor or VIP. Okay. Then you list this they sign, they initial it. It has right there, ta-da! We check to see if they're on our list. Anyway, they can do this once a month. Not 7,000 times, once a month. So regular consigners will more than likely show up on a Tuesday, okay? The VIPs can show up any day, anytime. If they show up on a Friday, and we finish this week's processing, we'll probably add them to the week after. They don't need to know that, but they are just dropping off, and we will keep a list. The reason why we keep a log is because when we only had regular ones, they would try to bring it in 2-3 times in the month. So then we keep a list, we check it. When they walk in, we're like, oh, I'm so sorry, you dropped off for June. Try July. And they'll go, okay, most of the time. So we still use these for a 3-piece drop-off. We attach it to them. There is a rack in the back of the shop that is for 3-piece drop-offs. So if you get the regular ones on Tuesday, it's usually crammed full. Then Lisa works on them and we get it all processed. We may have some of these left over at the end of the week because they showed up on a Thursday, on a Friday, on a Saturday morning. And then this is going to be added to the log so that we know that they did this once a month. Okay? So that is our 3-piece drop-off. That's for the occasional thing that is still seasonal, but it is the thing that they're just like, oh, I just found an extra dress I don't want. Okay. The other thing that we do is if they say they want returns, and we do this for 3-piece drop-offs and for appointments, is if they say they want to return, we give them a save the date. This makes it their responsibility to come and pick up their items. We are hoping by the end of the year that we are sticking to this and getting rid of stuff, because too often they leave it for a year, 3 months, 2 months. Oh, I'll wait till my next appointment. No, that doesn't work. This is up front and is by the appointment rack, and it has all the dates you need to know to fill this out. And this way they know what day to come and pick up their items. They don't have to call, they don't have to make an appointment. We will make sure their stuff's ready. Okay, if a donor, VIP, says, I am going to bring in with my 3-piece drop-off or by 10 pieces, whatever, a bracelet that I really want back, if it doesn't sell or you just don't want to consign it, we're going to attach a little do not donate to any item they say, I just want it back. This is going to travel with it through the shop. It's going to stay with it till the very end, and that's so that we can visually see those items that we need to return to them and not donate. This is covering our butt too. All right, then we do our quarterly lottery for appointments. People get appointments one every 3 months, once a quarter. The appointment allows them to bring 20 pieces, okay? And it's for a seasonal drop-off. Right now we're in fall. This is the tracking form we use. We used to have a little bit bigger form. Now we've updated it a little bit because this is for people who want their items returned. It's a normal appointment. This coming quarter, when we do our quarterly lottery, anybody who is a donor or a VIP, they don't have to call in. They will just once a month drop off items whenever they feel like it. If they do call in, we are going to let them know we're not reserving you a spot, because you get to bring 10 pieces every month rather than 20 pieces once a quarter. Okay, so this goes with appointments. This gets tied on just like we've done in the past, and we are now keeping a log sheet as well for anybody who does large drop-offs. It's a log just like we do for 3-piece drop-offs. We are keeping a list of everybody who's done it. So appointments go there, people who are VIPs just doing a random 10-piece drop-off, and people who are doing case by case. In a case by case, we're doing a little more tracking on those. That's for people who walk in. I have 4 great purses. I have a couch. I have 3 vases and end table, stuff like that. So these are back there too. And these ask you, do you want them returned or donated? So these can be VIPs as well. These can be regular people. These are just the walk-ins. They have to have some sort of approval. You know, furniture, you guys have them show me photos. I approve it. I put a note on the calendar saying, hey, Sally's going to bring in a couch next week. Okay, and you see all these little notes all over the calendar. It could also be that person who walks in and they have 2 really cute purses, and you're like, yeah, we could take them. You can put it on this, and then we'll check them in. But this way, this goes with it, and we don't just stare at a piece of furniture and I have to try and rack my brain to figure out who it was. So on the back counter, we check in people with appointments with this one. We check in, sorry, hold on. Okay, we check in people who are VIPs with a pink one. Pink is VIP, guys. If you haven't noticed, pink is VIP. And then the gold one is for case by case. Furniture, specialty, high-end items, specialty decor, something weird. You know, this is going to be it. These are also used for estates, people I've approved that were moving, stuff like that. So that will all be in the back counter. Again, if they want items returned, you provide them with a save the date. And if they are a VIP and they're dropping off something and they don't want it donated, and this can only be occasionally, we're going to attach this to it. Okay? We are tweaking as we go. There may be an update to this, but Lisa and Anne and Margot all process, and they are all kind of tweaking this and getting it to the point where it's easy for them to take care of, but also when you provide them with the information, they know what the heck's going on. Okay, we're going to try and eliminate as many mistakes or mysteries as we can. So that's that. Again, a VIP or a donor, Daisy donor, can do 2 things a month. They can do a 10-piece drop, up to 10-piece drop off, and they can do, well, they can, all right, now I screwed that up. 3 things. They can do up to 10 pieces with the pink form, which is kind of like their appointment, but they can pick the day and time. They could also do a 3-piece drop off. They pick the day and time. It does not have to be stand in line on Tuesday. It does not have to be a reserved appointment, and we actually will not give them appointments anymore. They can also do a case by case, because those are those weird items. It won't happen very often, but some of them may decide, oh, I brought in purses and you need a couch. I'm bringing a couch in, okay? Regular consigners that get returns have to have an appointment, which is once a quarter, and they have to be here before we fill up on our 3-piece drop-offs once a month, starting on Tuesday of each week. If you need any other information on this, if I have totally muddled the situation and you are confused, please talk to me, or ask maybe Sarah, Margot, Lisa, Anne. Just talk to them, see what's going on. But yes, this is the new process, which is hopefully, cross our fingers, going to make life easier for us, less returns, and also we don't have as many mistakes. Thanks, guys. Bye.